So we come to the fourth move of the Pilates style qigong sequence. This one's called Looking Back to Eliminate the 5 Fatigues and 7 Illnesses. So I got a bit tongue tied on the last one. Or Wise Owl Gazes Backwards, for simplicity, whatever. Main thing was zipping up pelvic floor, scooping out your abdominals, taking the navel towards the spine. Little thing just to mention, you'll find about 30% engagement in the pelvic floor and the core set. It's not necessary, is where you're most efficient at stabilising the spine. So again, if you're lifting something, you might need, 100% maybe, or tucking in power, zipping up pelvic floor, to lift that. But in everyday life, generally, you don't want to sort of overdo it. Something like this, you might need 30%. That's where you're most efficient at stabilising the spine and engaging the pelvic floor and the core set, just so you don't overdo it. But again, you don't have to overcomplicate it. If you think about 30% of the pelvic floor engagement, or if you do 100% and then let go, and then a quarter of that. So again, split that, sort of do 4 times less, or you can either do half, which is about 50%, let go, and then halve that again. So it's about 25 to 30% engagement in the pelvic floor. And you can do that same thing with the corset. You can gather in 100% and let go, and then roughly gauge it, halve that to about 50%, then let go, then halve it again to about 25 to 30%. And you'll find where that is, it's lightly engaged. Because again, with this, we're not using loads of strength for the body, unless you're sort of lifting something. You're just gathering as much as you can and zip up and scoop out your abdominals for support. But again, just a little thing to think about, lightly engaged pelvic floor corset. Again, if you've just come back from really bad back problem, you might need to do it a lot more. Again, see what suits you, try it out, make these unique to you, these motions, and don't get too caught up into traditional elements. Again, we're not fleecing or destroying the traditional value to these moves. Qigong's brilliant, I love Qigong, but again, just adding the Pilates principles with them, so you can put these in a functional way for everyday life. Again, obviously there's great meditative effects, and the organs get a massive or a beautiful, lovely massage as you're doing this. And again, that's what Qigong does, it's brilliant. But again, we're not destroying anything, we're just adding the Pilates principles to this. So you can do some motion to movement, because the Qigong movements are brilliant. They're amazing, the movements. And if you can put them in a Pilates setup, you can use them for what you like, because it is basically movement at the end of the day. So it's not get too caught up on that. So again, I digress. Zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals, take the navel towards the spine, and simply breathe into these lower lobes of lungs, what we call lateral thoracic breathing. Again, as soon as you do that, that will naturally do that. You can always get the 2 middle fingers touching here, shoulders down, and you'll see, I'm overemphasizing there, the hands doing this slightly. As you breathe in and exhale, let go. So again, I'm not going to go too deeply into that. You're zipping up pelvic floor, you do that now, scoop out your abdominals, breathe in through the nose, and exhale through pursed lips, as if you're blowing out a candle. And we're going to link that to motion. So Wise Owl Gazes Backwards. Again, put a few adaptations to it to add some instability. That's optional. You can stick to the basic. So again, going to go back. Again, feet hip width apart. If you need to change that, you can do. Facing the front, not directly to the front, but again, not Charlie Chaplin. They're not regimentally to the front, but again, just naturally to the front there. Hips, same plane towards this way. So again, Wise Owl Gazes Backwards is a nice simple one. It's pretty much coming back here and turning to get the sternocleidomastoid muscle here, the levator scapulae muscles, and you're turning, the rotor cuffs are being used as we turn. We're opening out the chest like a lot of Qigong postures, and again, you're turning. Again, imagine a skewer is through your head and you're turning off that skewer. You can have a little bit of body motion, so you turn and bring these obliques in, and come back. So as you do that, zip up pelvic floor, scoop out your abdominals. I'm going to show you the basic move, then we're going to bring it on a little bit more if you want to make it a little bit more physical. So again, you're just exhaling, open out the hands and breathing, come back. Exhale, breathing back to centre. Again, if you want to sink deeper, you want to keep the joints soft, you can do. Okay, optional. Again, nothing set in stone with these. Again, exhale, breathing in. Simple as that. Again, to look up like a sort of one, just to get the flexibility or dynamic flexibility in the neck here. So you're turning. But again, what I'll do is lever the head, turn the head, and then the body slightly, but don't overdo the body. Okay, again, so turn the head, so you get the flexibility in the sternocleidomastoid mastoid muscle, and then turn the torso. So from here, if you want to add more into this, you can soften the legs, but no further than knees and on the toes. Shoulders over hips, head over shoulders. Again, from here, we partially empty in a sort of cat stance there nearly. Again, exhale, breathing, come back. So it's a hands come out here like this. Open out the chest, the shoulders. Exhale, breathing in. It's if you go deeper, you can go deeper. Optional. Knees not last past toes. Again, it's a again, I'm overemphasising the breathing. You'd want to do that softer maybe. If you really want to fire the core, then you do it a bit more. That's gonna work like a cough or a sneeze. It's gonna help you gather in, zip up and highlight. If you want to go deeper, you go deeper here. But again, I'm not turning the foot really. I'm just turning my body and breathing in, coming back. Keep good structure here. Don't try and come over too much. Zip up, scoop out the abdominals. If you find this is hard, don't come down so low as with all of them. Exhale, breathing in. It's a again, you can do it the other way around. So you make it more contralateral, opposite palm to opposite heel connection. That's how the body works. So again, as I come here, I partially empty this foot here and I turn the other way. That feels a little bit more natural to me. Headlights on your hips, not searchlights, facing the front. You're turning off this skewer. And again, from here, this foot's coming here. And I exhale here. So it comes opposite palm to opposite heel. It comes very functional. That's how the body works. Opposite palm to opposite heel. And our walking gait. So we're simply over mimicking the walking gait. So again, we're just going to turn. So again, this foot's going to empty. You're going to turn the other way, here. Again, I'm struggling with a little bit of room. Here, breathing, come back down. Don't let the knees go past the toes. Even make it, you can be a centimetre, a millimetre or a foot down. It's optional to you. So again, as I come here, exhale and breathe in. Turn with the head, the rest of the body will follow. Okay, lead with the head. So you get a little bit of flexibility, that's the idea. And you get a little stretch on this neck here. So again, exhale. And again, you don't have to go as far as me. You turn here, breathing, come up. Again, this foot empties, and you go the opposite side, and breathing, come up. But again, a little bit of coordination. Again, you're gathering in, zipping up pelvic floor as you do that. And what you'll find is that's helping the firing order of the body, or the firing sequence of the body, microseconds for anywhere else. When you move the body, you're engaging your pelvic floor and your corset, and then the torso, then the limbs. That's the firing sequence of the body we're working on there. So pretty much pelvic floor, corset are firing microseconds before you move your arm or your leg. Okay, I think it's about 110 microseconds or something like that, something, whatever that is, before you even, or milliseconds, whatever it is, it's a splits of seconds anyway. But again, it's basically that's happening here in the pelvic floor and the corset, and that firing sequence comes out to your torso, then your limbs. So again, it's working on that foreign sequence of the body for your walking gait. So it's a really functional exercise, that one. I prefer the contralateral one. So again, this empties and we turn that way, opposite side to that empty leg, because that goes more with your walking gait there. And we're simply over mimicking the walking gait. Not suggesting you should walk like that as you get locked up, but bang. That is the fourth one. Got snake head swing towel, or bending over to wag the towel to eliminate heart fire. Again, something around that name. That's number 5. This was number 4. Wise owl gazes backwards. Lovely, bang.